So this is the HM203, and this is the second Heimvision camera that we are actually taking a look at on the channel, because we did take a look at the HM202. There's a link in the description to that video as well if you're interested. But this is another Smart HD camera, and this one's a little bit different from the 202 because this features an actual Ethernet jack for anyone who actually needs that sort of functionality. Thanks for watching another episode of Breaking Elegance, where we help you improve your lifestyle with technology. I'm your host, Don Hill, and let's jump right into this one. So this is the HM203, which is alternative to the HM202. It didn't directly just replace it, but I am very happy to take a look at this camera because it has all very similar features to the 202 with a different body design and an extra feature that this guy right here, the HM202, does not have, which is that Ethernet port, which I will get to in a second. So let's go ahead and see what's in the box. Bunch of papers. Here you got a manual. For your quick start, you actually have the camera right here, which is also pan tilt zoom. Let's put that aside. Your accessories box. I don't really want to destroy the box. You get an accessories box. With an actual power cable. It is micro USB for any of those if you want to know. You get a power brick as well. You do have a mount available to mount this camera. This one does use a different mounting mechanism, unlike the HM202, which has a regular mount, but it does come with mounting mechanism right here for the wall. And you do have an Ethernet actual cable and more mounting accessories. So let's take a look at the HM203. So this guy is pretty nice looking. It is a little bit bigger than the HM202, as you can see here, but the design is pretty nice. The actual unit has the speaker in the back, the actual Ethernet port on the bottom, and the micro USB. Now, this one does not include that actual Ethernet. So if you're looking for that type of connection, the wired connection, then this is going to be a better choice for that. But if you're looking for something that you want to mount somewhere, I would suggest that you go with the actual HM202, because this one has that quarter thread at the bottom, which I really do like, but they serve different purposes. I like the way this guy looks a little bit better, and I like where the actual micro SD card placement is. If I can get this on screen, the micro SD card is right here next to this reset button. So you stick your card in there, it's a little bit more concealed, and that's pretty nice. Now you can use this as a baby monitor. You can use it to watch the elderly, to watch some family member, to have two-way communication with them, that sort of stuff, or use it to watch pets, and of course you could use this to protect your home. Now it's not as concealed as spy camera, and it's not supposed to be. Sometimes you do want people to know you are watching. It kind of deters them from doing something ridiculous. So that's my thoughts on this. Let's go ahead and jump into that setup. So in order to actually get started with the setup of this camera, you need to head over to the App Store on your iOS device or the Google Play Store on your Android device and download the YCC365 Plus application, not to be mistaken with the YCC regular 365. So make sure you get that. And once that is downloaded, we can jump into actually setting this thing up. So the first thing you want to actually do is go ahead and launch the application. And once it's open, it will ask you to allow it to send you notifications. This is important if you want to receive those notifications from your camera. You do need to have an actual account with this application, so go ahead and fill that out. I will actually just log into mine because I did go through all of this before when I set up the previous HM202. If you're interested in watching that whole setup process, go ahead. It is linked in the description below. I'm going to be setting up this camera with the Ethernet because that's what's extremely special and a big difference between the actual HM202 and the 203. This one has that Ethernet capability, which actually makes it a lot easier to set up, as you will see in a second. So I will agree to this and then head over to the upper right hand corner and press on this plus sign so I can add the camera. And after this is loaded here, go ahead and hit that intelligent camera button on the top hand side. After you select this, you will be able to actually add this camera by Ethernet by selecting addition by connecting to network cable. Now make sure that your actual camera is connected to power and also is connected to your Ethernet so that it can be picked up properly. Now go ahead and hit this checkoff box and hit next. Now you need to go ahead and allow it to access the camera. Then you will need to scan the bottom of the camera and this will add it to the application. After this is all done, you're pretty much set. The camera should be on your network and added to your application properly and you're ready to go. So the application actually has a quick guide on how to get started. It has all the features pretty much laid out here. Once you go through these, we can jump right into the actual camera and you can see that you have your PTZ wheel here and the image is up on display now. I do have an actual SD card, so let's give this thing a whirl and see how well it actually does. And here's some actual footage of me trying to act a fool, spinning around and trying to get really dizzy. And it looks pretty good. I mean, you could definitely make out faces and that's to be expected. This is in full light, actually more than a normal amount of light. This light's all over the place and it looks really, really clean and good. So this is no surprise to me because I did get to test the HM202 and that was pretty good in total darkness. So I'm not really surprised on how well this is doing. You can make out faces. It's doing a very, very good job at actually adjusting the actual backlight in total darkness so that it can still get me on frame with absolutely no light. So very good job here, Hemvision. I'm very happy with this camera, especially if you're looking for something that has that good night mode. This will definitely get you through it without breaking the bank. So there you have it, two pretty cool cameras that you can actually get for under $40 on Amazon. Links in the description below. But I'm not just saying that because they were sent to me for review. I really do think these are good cameras if you're looking for something with full two-way audio. And if you really need the reliability of that Ethernet port, then this guy is definitely the right choice out of both of them. But if you're trying to mount one of them on a wall and you want better flexibility with that, not that you can't mount this, as you can see it does come with the mount. This one has that quarter thread. And you can use them in conjunction. They use the same application, so you're not going to have to switch between different apps. You can have maybe one of these, or how many ever you need on the same application, which I do like about keeping them all together on that YCC app, which is nice. So, what do you guys think? Would you pick one of these up for your home? You could definitely use it as a baby monitor. You could use it to watch your pets. You could watch your elderly dad or mom or anyone that you really need to watch and have that two-way communication with them. Besides that, I think it's actually pretty great. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below how I can make the next one better for you guys. And besides all that, I just want to wish you guys an awesome Valentine's Day because that is coming up this week if you're in the US. I'm not sure if they actually celebrate that, but thanks for watching. And like always, you guys have a great one.